Hi, all MNLers, or maybe now we have to call it ENLers instead of Monday night learnings, every night learnings. Bezrat Hashem, for the next few weeks, till things get better, Bezrat Hashem, we want to send a refuah shlema to all those who need. We'll try to post every day a live or a videoed short Dvar Torah. Anybody that wants to join, please contact me. We'll love to have you to share some words of wisdom and Dvar Torah about Pesach, about Parashat Shavua, about the coronavirus, or just any inspiring idea that inspires you and you think might inspire us. So I would like to share with you just a few short stories and a few short ideas that connect also to the coronavirus and also to Pesach. So first of all, when I was in yeshiva, high school, and also afterwards in Ma'alot, so my younger brother at the time was playing in a professional basketball team of Hapoel Yerushalayim, the youth. Was the captain of the team, and actually one of the years he was the captain. They even beat Maccabi Tel Aviv in the finals for the first time for like 30, 40 years. Like, it was a crazy thing. And I remember that when they had the meetings, a family birthday party or whatever, any occasion. So I used to say the next, I was in yeshiva, and I said, look, if Nady, my younger brother, cancels his practice, come to the occasion. So I too, I'm happy to take a day or a night off of yeshiva and come to the occasion. I'm saying this because, now that the NBA season was canceled just a little bit ago, a few days ago, a week or two ago, whatever, I can't really remember how long. So wow, this is serious. But the situation is serious. But the other thing, a very interesting response from LeBron James after the canceling the season. He said, let's just cancel 2020. And I was thinking, what a sad statement that is, and what a big difference that is between a person who is a basketball player to a spiritual person, be Jewish or whatever, but a spiritual person. That for a basketball player, if the basketball season is canceled, so for him, so it's like, wow, what's the purpose of this year? But for us, spiritual beings, so even if our basketball is canceled, or work, or school, or whatever, we still, Baruch Hashem, have this opportunity to excel and develop in our spiritual world. We as spiritual beings believe that who we are and what defines who we are is not our physical attributes, our physical actions, or even our physical body. It's our inside. Now the question is, how do we develop spiritually? And of course, there are a lot of ways. I want to suggest just one aspect of I think a really good tool to grow spiritually in our life that connects very much to Pesach. So we have in the Haggadah and in the Seder night, we have this really interesting thing, the four sons asking the questions, the Manishtana, and all that. And mistakenly, we think that who asked the question? Kids. But if you open up the Rambam, he writes an amazing thing. He writes that in an ideal situation, the kid asks the father questions. By the way, ideally, he asks not the Manishtana. He sees things going different during the night, and he asks, why is this? Why is that? But if he doesn't ask for himself, he asks the Manishtana. But the Rambam adds that if a person doesn't not eating the Seder with his kid or doesn't have a kid, so somebody else in the Seder asks him. And then he concludes, and even if somebody is doing the Seder by himself, he should do the Seder in a way of question and answers. This tool of questioning is an amazing tool of growth, because if you think about it, we say the same Haggadah every year. And in general, in our Jewish rituals, we do a lot of things the same thing. We read the same parasha every year. But really, if we have the ability to question things again, that's an amazing tool to say, wait, maybe what I understood last year is wrong, or maybe there's something deeper to it. So by being able to ask ourselves questions and to question things that we know or others teach us, that's like an amazing way for us to grow. I want to share about this also a story that was for me moved me very much in my life. It's funny to say the story about myself. You'll get in a second, and really changed a lot of my way of life. So I was when I was learning it after high school, I learned at Rabbi Steinsaltz Yeshiva in Gush Etzion, and later on I moved to Hesder Yeshiva in Ma'alot. And in this yeshiva, I forgot if it was my second year or fourth year in yeshiva. I forgot if it was before, after the army. So my chavruta and I for 2 or 3 years straight, we had this responsibility of, they were kibbutznikim, religious students from the kibbutzim around the country that would come for 3 weeks. They were high schoolers, and they would come for a few weeks to learn with us in the yeshiva. And Noam and I, today Rav Noam, we have this responsibility to give them shiurim and also to make sure they have their schedules fine and they're doing fine. So one of these occasions, I was giving them a shiur, a small learning together with them, and I was actually talking about the fact that every mitzvah has a tam. Every mitzvah we do has a reason, has something behind it, something deep. Then suddenly a kid, which was for me something like obvious, and of course I knew that from books I learned, and it just seemed obvious to me. Suddenly during in the class, a kid raised his hand and said, Chaim, how do you know that that's true, that every mitzvah has a tam? I stopped for a second and I asked myself, wow, how do I know that? Now I knew it says in this book it says that, in this book it says that, but I was really asking myself, wait, is this an absolute truth of the Torah? Maybe this is an idea that there's different opinions about? So I said, you know what? I don't know. Then suddenly the whole class was starting to giggle and talk. I thought they were laughing. And I'm like, guys, did I say something wrong? I mean, I said, I don't know. Are you laughing? I didn't understand what's going on. Then they said, Chaim, the truth is not only that we're not laughing at you, we're just so impressed, because I have to tell you, like me, other students were giving classes, not big rabbis. And they told us we were asking all through the classes, we were asking questions. And a lot of times we saw that the students that was teaching us didn't have a good answer, but he made up an answer. And this was the first time that somebody told us, I don't know. And they were telling me how for them now, whenever I say something, they know I'm saying it because I know that that's what it is. And they were able to have this, to rely on what I'm saying. And so why am I sharing this story? Because afterwards, that same, a few minutes later, we went into Mincha at the Beit Midrash, and I was troubled, during davening, everybody's troubled by everything, except for davening, which is something we should try to improve in, but we're human. And then suddenly it occurred to me that in my Bar Mitzvah Parsha, in Parashat Va'etchanan, there's actually an explicit pasuk that says that every mitzvah has a tam, chukim u'mishpatim tzadikim. And then I realized that because I said I don't know, because I questioned what I knew, I came out in that day with a deeper understanding of something that I thought I knew till then. So I bless all of us to use this time being isolated, quarantine, whatever you call it, I don't know, beivrit, bebidut, beitbodedut, to really excel and develop in our spiritual life, being good to one another, developing in our own learning, midot, dreams. It's a time to just dream about things that we want to do that during the routine we can't dream about. And Bezrat Hashem, this should bring us to good things. And of course, Bezrat Hashem, it should end Bekarov, and whoever needs a refuah should have a refuah shlema, Besorot Tovot, and Pesach Kasher L'Sameach. And as I open, please, if you're up to giving a short video about any Dvar Torah for this time, we'd love it for the Bnei Akiva, MNL, or as we said before, ENL. Lehitraot.